All nominations of candidates of various parties for Imphal East in IMC election accepted. Scrutiny on for Imphal West. Indefinite ban called by JC of Tarini hits live in Uripok Kangchup areas. And several parts of Imphal hit by floods. Imphal and Nambul rivers swell as incessant rains continue to last the state. Hello and welcome. You're watching Impact Primetime News. I'm Butcher Melvin with the top stories. All the nominations filed by candidates of various parties for Imphal East for Imphal Municipal Corporation election have been accepted. The scrutiny for the nominations was held today at the office of Subdivisional Officer Porabat. 22 candidates of councillors have filed their nomination papers and 32 nominations for ward members in Imphal East. A team led by SDO checked the nomination papers filed by each candidate. A large number of well-wishers and party supporters thronged the SDO office complex displaying flags of different political parties. Ironically, a large number of non-locals were also seen among supporters waiting outside, although JCLPS protested non-locals from casting vote or contesting the election. The last day for withdrawal of candidatures is May 20. The large number of vehicles parked on the roadside by the supporters caused inconveniences to the commuters. Meanwhile, scrutiny of nominations filed by candidates of various parties for Imphal West is underway at Imphal West DC office in presence of the candidates and their anxious supporters. The scrutiny is being held for 20 wards of Imphal West. Till the filing of this report, scrutiny was conducted for 13 wards. Indefinite ban on Uripok Kangchup called by JC against the brutal assault of Taurangbam Ongbi Tarini Devi has paralyzed life in Uripok areas. Ban supporters blocked road from the Uripok end of Bir Tikendrajit flyover till Iroishamba and halted all kinds of traffic movement on the road. Protesters held sit-ins at regular intervals on Uripok Kangchup Road and shouted slogans demanding punishment to the police personnel involved in the assault of Taurangbam Tarini. Ban supporters also burnt tires on the road. Students and emergency services were, however, exempted from the ban. JC members told media persons that there is no change in their demand. They also expressed unhappiness over the negative response from the government. It may be mentioned that Tarini has been admitted at Jennings on May 11 after her health condition worsened as she was on fast since May 9. As part of the road blockade and sit-in on different routes of the valley on different days as announced by JCLPS demanding conversion of the 3 bills passed by the State Assembly to protect the indigenous people of the state to an act, residents along Tidim Road blocked the National Highway number 150 and held sit-ins at different places. In support of the movement for implementation of JCILPS, spearheaded by JCILPS, men and women protesters took to street and sat in the middle of the road and used logs and poles to block the road from Kaisampat Junction to Malom at Kwaketel, Ghari, Changangai Uchekon, Kaisampat Top Lerak, Kaisampat Lemajam Lekai, Takelambam Lekai. Protesters stopped all sort of vehicles including army convoy from plying on the road and forced them to return. The roadblock created bottleneck on other important roads of the city. However, patients, students and people going for religious functions were allowed to pass through the road. Protesters also formed human chains and shouted slogans against Ibobi-led Congress government and demanded implementation of ILP in the state immediately. Students of Comet School and Herbert School also joined the protest. Police personnel maintained a strict vigil to prevent any untoward incidents during the road blockade. Apunba Manipur Matam Ishai Kanglup Amek in a press release said the sit-in earlier scheduled for today at Andro Parking in support of JCLPS agitation will be held tomorrow at Wangkai Ketel Asangbi Community Hall. Sumang Lila Council and All Manipur Sound Service Association will also take part in the sit-in tomorrow. Many areas in Imphal East and Imphal West have been inundated by floodwaters. The state has been experiencing heavy showers in the last few days. As many roads and by-lanes are submerged under floodwater, people are facing grievous inconveniences. Tidim Road, which is one of the busiest roads in Imphal West, was inundated by floodwaters from Kaisampa till Takelekai. One half of the road has been submerged underwater. Sagolban area of Imphal-Jiribam Highway was also flooded. Roads, by-lanes and a number of houses have been flooded in Kaisamthong, Sagolban, Yai School, Patsoy and Wangkai Assembly constituencies. The absence of proper drainage system in these areas has worsened the situation. Water level of major rivers in the capital city has swollen after the continuous heavy showers. Many affected people have accused it that the government has failed to maintain the drainage system in these areas.
Koigi Kaisamthong Kendra sida leibiriba koigi MLA pampariba singsina masi wasin marinigi nidi hairaga yamna di tawbiraga adorga su sumaina ising chaw lakpa matamda koigi motliba leiriba mayamse makoina ningthino ngaina koigi yengsinbidabase masi khatang akoigi praja moina koigi thamoida nungaitaba ma phaujai masi aina
nung kitang he tabagane akhoi leirak ma tekse hekta thumi maino leirakse sarkar gi maigai dai sune karigumba mattane yengsanbiraba su taude thumbra thumdabra ina hangbiraba su taude aduga drain nala si sune tha ahum mari manga gi mamangda dine sengdi senge seng taraga sune nala si matik chadabana ra khangde adum hekta thummi.
The office of the principal and some classrooms of Maharaj Bodha Chandra College on Palace Compound has been submerged under flood water. Speaking to Impact News, General Secretary of the Students' Union of the college, Khaidem Dhanachandra, said the college is frequently flooded after a little shower and they have already drawn the attention of the Education Minister to the issue, but till date, not a single step is taken to fix the problem. He also said if the authorities concerned fail to address the problem within the next 3 days, they would be compelled to boycott classes and the ongoing BA and BS examinations.
Mamang da zu no kitang het chu bya da ba si college adum ising adum thum bai tare adu satra ju ke am awaba nang bai tare do koi education minister manakta hana okay na param kanda koi manakta sarure kusi semani haiba thajaba piraki adum pu tha taret sujala phawda maji phawba kali gumta action ama talkhot pidana lai numit tarani yomangda koi nauna education minister koi natan phawsida lak pirame laaga matung na khoina mayam haijagare haira phawda si phaw to birakta hai tare school ki andar gi MLA kayarak hanamam sana laktuna koi sumba matamda laktuna yengbi khrabani adong pung asi phawba magi bot kai gani haiduna koi drain sa matamda koi yum khara sokpa duna maram odra magi bot kai gani khanmadagi koi sigumba koi gi mahitam phamsang asibo sumba phibam jida yorokpani haijage.
The road at Dibong Mahadev Laikai in Jiribam subdivision has been inundated by flood water following incessant rain which lashed the area since yesterday, causing grievous problems to the residents. The affected people have urged the authority concerned to repair the road which has remained in bad shape for a long time. It may be mentioned that Jiribam MLA T.H. Devendro is from this locality. Many villages under Hairok constituency and adjoining areas remain cut off for the last 10 days due to non-existence of bridges over the swelling rivers. Hairok Litan RCC bridge over the Hairok River and a belly bridge over the Chandrakong Itok were swept away during the floods in July last year. Heavy downpour in the last couple of days has added more miseries to the people. Students are not able to go to their schools and even patients have to cross the swift river to reach the hospital. The people urge the authority concerned to look into the matter as soon as possible and build temporary wooden bridges until the new bridges are constructed. Mention may be made that the government last year sought to rebuild the bridges that were swept away by floodwaters within 6 months. The remaining ration cards under National Food Security Act for Thongju Assembly were distributed at Khongman Zone 3 Community Hall. Officials of SCAF and PD Department and Thongju MLA Thongam Biswajit distributed the ration cards. In order to avoid any discrepancy, ward members of the constituency also took part in the distribution. So far, ration cards have been distributed to 6,000 people of the constituency. Troops of 12 Assam Rifles of 26 Sector Assam Rifles recovered about 170 kilograms of ginseng worth Rs 10 lakh 20,000 on May 15 during an operation. In a press release, PRO Assam Rifles said personnel of 12 AR launched the operation after a tip-off at Sita Road Junction in Chandel district at midnight of May 14. On seeing the personnel, some suspicious persons escaped, taking advantage of darkness and thick vegetation, leaving behind bags containing packets of ginseng. A team of officers led by Director IPR Meghachandra Kongbam today inspected the construction of the office building of Directorate of Information and Public Relations at Keshampat. The first phase of building has been completed and second phase is almost complete. After the completion of the first and second phases, important media sections like news, photo, video and publication of the department will be shifted to the new building in phased manner. The building was constructed with an estimated cost of Rs 812.14 lakh approved by Public Investment Board in July 2011. Now it's time for a short break. We'll be back soon. Keep watching Impact News.
Delta Tutorals for CBSE. Admissions open. Class 9, 10 and 12 Science from April 4. Class 12 Arts from May 4. Class 11 Science from June 6. Vacation course for Navodayas and others from May 4. Class timing 5:30 to 9:30 a.m. and 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. For details, please visit Delta Tutorals between 6 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Bigla na change kung mga magpuparang kada advance o iba growth iba. Manipudata na ito na maling no kung kuding magta bigla na mambaw ilusunuhan ng gabi and wishing Likla on its 25th celebration.
Manipurgi ahanba beautification center mafam sida mahing uring unsa khoiba ariba dakfam phahanba ngami tattoo mole freckle na chingbasu lauthokpa yai hakchang gi ahenba fat pamdaba body gi hair lauthokpa yai ahanba lakpiba 100 customer da skin test amadi doctor consultation lemna hingjagan ngasi mag unabiu Dr. Madhubala Laser Beauty Clinic MZ Avenue Imphal.
The first urban cross hatchback Datsun Ready Go with 800cc Supna Tagilupalak ani makai piba car sige features singdi ground clearance 185 mm, space 222 liters, power steering, drive computer, mileage 25.14 km per liter, immobilizer, passenger class warranty. Lupalising mga kata na buktaw biharo, Island Nissan near Standard Robert Higher Secondary School, Kanchipur, Imphal. Datsun Ready Go.
Kuirabagi tungda punba sinungai.
Sumi.
Madi kari tore. Magi se double strength ning sing pumali.
Mangonda piu double strength. Liver tonic.
Lipsap DS.
Lipsap DS double strand liver tonic.
Welcome back. Kanglei Park Students Association KSA today locked the Education S office protesting the department's decision to recruit primary, upper primary and graduate teachers on mark basis. Secretary General of KSA Vidyananda demanded that written tests should be held for the candidates and urged the department to withdraw the decision in 5 days. He also decried the decision of the government to recruit teachers just months before the 2017 Assembly election.
Manipur government na ngasi phawda education sector sida chokot na bagi khaidana puchen thengna khona bibi morta Manipur government school sinse sikhabada hena atoma margin dharaga ngasi phawda lai bot gar phangna na bagi namal school che mari le mo authority ka ya yawna thuga phawda ngasi phawda action lokota ba che masina Manipur government se Manipur sarkar gi loisang se mothat bat ta sena pa mani samaj gi yange thru oiba mairu sing khanna na bagi ni ko haibi wakhan da tanma mamdaba election maya gi hogi vote phangna na bagi campaign amo ina vote bank oil na bagi oina tawba mamba oda ukana se masi yawang amloi.
In continuation of the Protection and Preservation Committee Manipur PPCM public meetings on scheduled tribe status in Manipur in different parts of the valley, PPCM and Pioneer Education Sporting Union organized a meeting at Usa Khangdabi Community Hall, Oinam in Bishnupur district. Representatives of civil society organizations and several source persons spoke on the issue. People of Oinam and neighboring villages attended the meeting.
Public sector PPP model Maintain the say, schedule drive we broke with the very one at the Hindu Latinity hate from the lining the door, submit the lining me, I cannot hiding the view of your
Northeast Students Organization comprising of Khasi Students Union, All Assam Students Union, Naga Students Federation, Mijo Jirlai Paul, Tripura Students Federation, All Manipur Students Union, Garo Students Union and All Arunachal Pradesh Students Union representing 8 major students movements in the Northeast held an executive council meeting yesterday at Guwahati. The meeting discussed issues of illegal infiltration and update of National Register of Citizens NRC. The meeting stressed that inner line permit should be implemented in the entire Northeast and Armed Forces Special Powers Act 1958 should be repealed. An awareness program on hypertension was held at CISO hospitals on Tuesday on the World Hypertension Day. The program was jointly organized by CISO hospitals and Lions Club Imphal Limerol. The awareness program was attended by members of Lions Club Imphal Limerol, doctors and staff of CISO hospitals. CG Clinic Taubal organized an awareness program on Know Your Blood Pressure on World Hypertension Day. Apunba Lup Pakhangba Chenghongba Celebration Committee will perform Pakhangba Chenghongba ritual on the 21st of this month at Laishna Khubam Khumon Chingjin in Chingmai in Haingang Hannap Ching. People have been asked to participate in the traditional ritual. Speaking to media at Manipur Press Club, chairman of the committee, Laifrakpam Ashok Kumar, said the age-old tradition is celebrated for peace and prosperity of the people living in the state. He also appealed to the government to declare Hannaching and Khumon Chingjin a historical site and preserve them for future generations.
Ibudo Pakhangba Amadi, Ibendo Lairembi, Anigi Mapamda, Mahang Ching Haidana, Makoibu Kuram Jadana, Laibaki Awana Tagadaba, Mishimina Tokadaba, Ana Yek Lakadaba, Yek Nabana, Laibak Mangtak, Magatoropa, Podabak Singadu, Ngakuk Piu, Chahongba, Ngahongba, Wataba Padaba, Mikoiba Mihenba, Nuaiba Yapabaleba, Uhinbiu Haidana. My Dingun on Dalan Pakangbana. Mabudo Asibu Ningsing Jadana, Mahana Ninto Bumatamda, Jing Hawaii Tormsi Pangtui.
Ultimate Art and Exclusive Jewelry Showroom was launched today at Singzamai Mathak, Chongtham Lekai today. JNIM's director, Professor Laishram Deben, inaugurated the showroom. A number of popular jewelry brands ranging from Rs 500 to 8 lakh will be available at the showroom. Proprietor of the showroom, A. Karna, said the store was open to offer a varied, affordable range of designs, including silver jewelry, to the customers.
Sana si tangkhalakpa sina maram oire haraga mi singsi akoi jewelry se akoi afford to bunga maktaba ultimate art de akoi na akoi sida thamjari se from a very lowest range right like akoi 500 rupees dagi hauraga akoi 7 lakh 8 lakhs bukta ba akoi jewelry item on gold silver amasung pura purely imitation na chingba koi thamjari manipura aina khwai pamjab se anova fashion gi trend am khak purok pamjaba all over India da am popular ba kundan gomba akoi manipura di am popular oidri ba haitare akoi mughal period ki akoi gi jewelries na chingba se akoi sigi showroom se akoi fangani.
Naga People's Front President Dr. Surojali Lejisu yesterday suspended Nagaland MP Nephew Rio from the party allegedly for anti-party activities with immediate effect. The Disciplinary Action Committee of the party recommended the MP's suspension. According to the suspension order, Nephew Rio ceases to be a primary and active member of Naga People's Front until further order. The suspension order stated that 2 show cause notices were issued to Nephew Rio, seeking his explanation as to why suitable action under the NPF constitution be initiated against him for his anti-party activities. The party alleged that Rio had indulged in anti-party activities to dislodge the Tia Juliang government. The Indian Meteorological Department has put out a cyclone alert for North Tamil Nadu and South Coastal Andhra Pradesh. The build-up has been detected at an area in the Bay of Bengal about 90 km east of Chennai, and the system will intensify into a cyclone in 24 to 48 hours. The wind speed is expected to reach 75 km per hour. Very heavy rainfall is expected in Chennai and parts of Tamil Nadu and also in Puducherry. Fishermen have been warned against going to the sea. The depression in the Bay of Bengal has caused heavy rain in Chennai in peak summer. Kerala too is witnessing heavy rains, with Ernakulam and some southern districts of the state receiving heavy downpour. Now in sports, in a league match of the Hockey India Sub-Junior Men's National Hockey Championship A Division, Hockey Chandigarh trounced Hockey Unit of Tamil Nadu 11-0. In the 17th league match, Hockey Gangpur Odisha thrashed Hockey Andhra Pradesh 16-1, while Madhya Pradesh Hockey Academy drubbed Delhi Hockey 6-0 in the 18th league. In the 19th league match, Hockey Karnataka and Hockey Maharashtra were drawn 3-3, and in the 20th league match, Hockey Jharkhand and Sports Authority of India were drawn 2-2. The tournament is organized by Manipur Hockey under the aegis of Hockey India at Khuman Lampak Hockey Stadium. Annual General Body Meeting of All Manipur Gymnasium Welfare Association will be held on May 20 at Singsamai Thong Wangma Community Hall. Rising Pune Super Giants defeated Delhi Daredevils by 19 runs last night under Duckworth-Lewis method in a rain-interrupted Indian Premier League match in Visakhapatnam. When match stopped due to rain, Super Giants were 76 runs for 1 wicket in 11 overs. Earlier, the Daredevils scored 121 runs for 6 wickets in 20 overs after being put into bat. Today, Royal Challengers Bangalore will clash with Kings 11 Punjab in Bengaluru at 8 p.m. Olympic chief Thomas Bach has announced that up to 31 athletes from 6 sporting events could be banned from competing at the Rio Games. The announcement comes after the International Olympic Committee, IOC, retested 454 selected samples from the 2008 Beijing Olympics, in which 31 athlete samples have been caught in doping. The IOC said the retests were conducted using the latest scientific analysis method. Bach also said IOC is awaiting the results of 250 retests from the 2012 London Olympics as well. The IOC said these retests were focused on athletes who could potentially take part in Rio. It added 12 affected national Olympic associations would be informed in coming days. That's all we have for the time being, but before we end, the headlines once again. All nominations of candidates of various parties for Imphal East in IMC election accepted, scrutiny on for Imphal West. Indefinite ban pulled by JC of Tarini hits live in Uripok Kangchup areas. And several parts of Imphal hit by floods. Imphal and Nambul rivers swell as incessant rains continue to lash the state.